Hello and welcome back to Podcasting for Personal Brands. Today we're embarking on a significant milestone in your podcasting journey, the launch. For authors, coaches, and speakers looking to expand their personal brand, launching a podcast can feel both exhilarating and daunting. But fret not, we're here to break down the steps in detail. Let's start with pre-launch preparations. One of the key tasks during this phase is recording and editing a batch of episodes ready for release. Why a batch? Having 3 to 5 episodes prepared allows new listeners to immerse themselves in your content, increasing the chances they'll subscribe and return for more. This batch of episodes also provides a buffer, alleviating the pressure to produce new content immediately after launching. Once your episodes are ready, it's time to submit your podcast to various podcast directories. This includes platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and others where your target audience might listen. The submission process can vary, and approval might take several days, so plan this well in advance of your intended launch date. Also, ensure that all your podcast details, including title, description, and artwork, are finalized for the submission. Now, let's talk about launch day strategy. This is your moment to shine, to introduce your podcast to the world. On this day, you'll publish your first few episodes. Double-check every detail: episode titles, descriptions, show notes, and any associated links. This is many listeners' first impression of your podcast, so ensure it's polished and professional. However, pressing publish is just part of the process. You need to actively promote your launch. Share the news on all your communication channels, your website, email list, social media, and more. Don't hesitate to reach out to your network, friends, family, colleagues, and professional contacts, and ask for their support in spreading the word. Consider hosting a launch event. This could be a virtual event such as a live stream on social media or a webinar. You could share behind-the-scenes stories, answer listener questions, or even record a podcast episode live. An event like this creates excitement and can encourage engagement with your new podcast. After your podcast is live, the launch process continues. You'll need to monitor your podcast's performance. Keep an eye on the number of downloads, listener reviews, and any rankings in podcast directories. This information can give you valuable insights into how your podcast is being received and where there might be room for improvement. Keep in mind that launching a podcast is a marathon, not a sprint. It involves ongoing effort, patience, and commitment. But with careful planning and execution, it can be a highly rewarding experience that sets your podcast on the path to success. That brings us to the end of our detailed guide to launching a podcast. In the next episode of Podcasting for Personal Brands, we'll delve into strategies for promoting your podcast and growing your audience. Until then, enjoy the planning process and look forward to the exciting journey of launching your podcast.
That's it for this episode. Make sure you check the show notes for additional resources. We would love to hear your feedback, and it would mean the world to us if you would leave us a review. We appreciate your time, and we will see you on the next one.